Nutrition plays a central role in determining our health. So the next logical question is, what should we eat to improve the function of the entire digestive system and restore a healthy gut microbiome? Here we present an amazing weekly meal plan, where all breakfasts, lunches, and dinners are already balanced in such a way that with every single meal, you noticeably improve your health. You will learn how to turn everyday food into medicine and reverse chronic conditions. This exact nutrition plan has already helped thousands of women and men normalize the function of their gastrointestinal tract. Recipes for a healthy gut microbiome. Content: buckwheat with egg and onion, cauliflower and egg casserole, buckwheat cutlets, egg pâté, zucchini fritters with corn grits, buckwheat pancakes, Brussels sprout salad, quinoa with avocado, vegetables and nuts, zucchini salad, cauliflower patties, brisole, eggplant rolls with nuts, baked eggplant pâté, egg white casserole with squid and broccoli, buckwheat porridge with nuts, millet tabbouleh with herbs, quinoa with almonds and arugula, zucchini cream soup, buckwheat with egg and onion ingredients, chicken eggs, buckwheat groats, olive oil, onion, greens, butter. Preparation: boil the eggs for 7 minutes. Soak the buckwheat groats with an oxidizer for 8 hours. Add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice per 1 glass of water. Add olive oil to the buckwheat. Peel the eggs and chop them together with the greens and onion. Lightly sauté the onion in a pan with butter. Mix all ingredients together. Cauliflower and egg casserole. Ingredients: chicken eggs, cauliflower, sparkling water, greens, butter. Preparation: pre-boil the cauliflower in salted water for 3 to 5 minutes. Whisk the eggs with sparkling mineral water. Grease a baking dish with butter. Place finely chopped cauliflower into the dish and pour the egg mixture over it. Bake in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Buckwheat cutlets. Ingredients: turkey, buckwheat groats, onion, chicken egg. Preparation: pre-soak the buckwheat with an oxidizer for 8 hours. Boil the turkey. Grind the boiled turkey, prepared buckwheat, and onion through a meat grinder. Mix the minced mass with the egg and form cutlets. Bake the cutlets in the oven, slightly moistening the tray beforehand. Egg pâté ingredients: onion butter, chicken eggs, walnuts, salt and pepper to taste, greens. Preparation: finely chop the onion, then add butter to a pan and lightly sauté the onion. Then put the sautéed onion, hard-boiled eggs, and walnuts into a blender and blend until smooth. If your blender is weak, you can chop the walnuts in advance. If the mixture is too thick and blends poorly, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of water. Add salt and pepper to taste and mix well. You can add a little greens to taste. Transfer the mixture into a bowl and chill. Zucchini. Fritters with corn grits. Ingredients: corn grits, zucchini, chicken egg, lemon zest, salt to taste, olive oil. Greens. Preparation: soak the corn grits with an oxidizer for 8 hours, then boil it. Grate the zucchini on a coarse grater and salt it. After 5 minutes, squeeze out the juice using non-woven towels. Mix the zucchini, egg, cooked grits, and zest of 1 lemon with a fork. Form fritters and bake in the oven until done. Drizzle the cooked fritters with olive oil and add greens if desired. Buckwheat fritters ingredients: buckwheat groats, chicken egg, salt and pepper to taste, greens. Preparation: soak the buckwheat with an oxidizer for 8 hours. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. Lightly salt the egg and whisk it with a fork. Add the buckwheat to the egg mixture. Finely chop the greens and add to the bowl with the other ingredients. You can add a little pepper. Form fritters. Bake in the oven for 10 minutes. Brussels sprouts salad ingredients: Brussels sprouts, shallot, garlic, cranberries, salt and pepper to taste, walnut oil, olive oil, walnuts. Preparation: lightly sauté the Brussels sprouts in a pan with butter. Add the shallot and garlic. Cook while stirring for about 1 minute. Add cranberries and 1 glass of water. Cover the pan with a lid and simmer over medium heat for 5 to 7 minutes until the cabbage becomes soft. Almost all the liquid should evaporate. Transfer to a serving plate, sprinkle with walnuts, and drizzle with walnut oil or olive oil. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Quinoa with avocado, vegetables, and nuts. Ingredients: quinoa, nuts, avocado, cucumber, tomato, lettuce leaves, parsley, dried basil. Preparation: bring water to a boil. Cook quinoa over low heat for about 20 minutes. Do not cover. Water to quinoa ratio is 2:1. Let cool. Dry roast the nuts in a pan without oil for 2 to 3 minutes, stirring. Cut the cucumber into cubes. Dice the tomatoes. Finely chop 3 lettuce leaves. Chop parsley or dill or fresh mint leaves. Peel and cube the avocado. Crush the nuts with a rolling pin. Combine quinoa with vegetables, herbs, avocado, and nuts. Season with salt and pepper. Add lemon pieces with zest or lemon juice and dried basil. Dress with olive oil and mix well. Zucchini salad. Ingredients: avocado, cucumber, garlic, pine nuts, lemon juice, zucchini, cilantro, salt to taste. Preparation: cut avocado, cucumber, and garlic into arbitrary pieces and place them in a blender. Add pine nuts and lemon juice. Blend into a smooth puree. Grate a young firm zucchini or cut it into long thin strips by hand. Season the salad with salt and dress with the prepared sauce. Sprinkle pine nuts on top and garnish with cilantro sprigs. Cauliflower patties. Ingredients: cauliflower greens, chicken egg, mixed peppers, salt greens. Preparation: separate the cauliflower into florets and boil for 6 minutes, then drain. Finely chop the greens. Beat 1 egg. Mash the boiled cauliflower with a masher. Add the beaten egg, mixed peppers, salt, and greens to the mixture and mix well. Form patties. Bake in the oven until done. Brizzole. Ingredients: ground meat, onion, chicken, egg, butter, lemon juice, salt, and pepper to taste. Preparation: mix the ground meat with salt, pepper, and finely chopped onion, or onion passed through a meat grinder. Place the meat mixture between 2 layers of plastic wrap. Using your hands or a rolling pin, flatten it into a thin patty slightly smaller than the frying pan where the brizzle will be cooked. Remove the top layer of plastic wrap. Beat the egg and pour it into a wide, flat plate. Transfer the meat patty on the plastic wrap and gently flip it onto the egg. Grease a frying pan with butter, add a small amount of water, and heat it. Slide the meat and egg mixture from the plate into the pan. Simmer over medium heat for 3 to 7 minutes. Carefully flip the brizzole and cook for another 3 to 7 minutes until the meat is fully cooked. Fold the brizzole in half and serve. Eggplant rolls with walnuts. Ingredients: eggplants, walnuts, parsley, onion, salt, and pepper to taste, garlic, lemon juice. Preparation: slice the eggplants lengthwise into thin strips. Bake them on parchment paper in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, for 3 to 8 minutes. The time may vary depending on your oven. Grind the walnuts in a blender. Finely chop the parsley with a knife. Finely chop the onion and lightly sauté it in a pan with oil. In a bowl, combine the walnuts, parsley, sautéed onion, spices, minced garlic, and lemon juice. Season with salt to taste and mix the filling thoroughly. Place a spoonful of the filling onto each eggplant slice and roll them tightly into rolls. Roasted eggplant pâté. Ingredients: eggplants, tahini, sesame paste, fresh herbs, olive oil, chicken egg. Preparation: line a baking tray with parchment paper and place the washed eggplants on it. Preheat the oven to 170 degrees Celsius, 340 degrees Fahrenheit, and roast the eggplants for 1 hour 20 minutes, turning them occasionally. The eggplants should become very soft, and the skin should wrinkle. Let the eggplants cool, then cut them lengthwise in half. Using a spoon, scoop out the flesh and discard the skins. Place the eggplant flesh into a bowl and mash it with a fork. Add salt and pepper, garlic pressed through a garlic press, tahini, also known as urbeck, finely chopped mint leaves, olive oil, and the juice of 1 lemon. Mix thoroughly until a smooth, creamy consistency is achieved. How to make tahini at home. Tahini can be purchased ready-made or prepared at home. To make it yourself, grind sesame seeds as finely as possible in a coffee grinder. At first, the grinding process goes easily, but soon you'll notice the grinder working harder. The sesame flour gradually turns into a denser, oily paste as sesame oil begins to release. This is exactly the stage you want to reach. Transfer the sesame paste to a deep bowl. Squeeze in lemon juice and prepare a glass of cold water. Using a fork, mix the sesame paste with the lemon juice and a pinch of salt, gradually adding small amounts of water. There is no single fixed recipe. The proportions are adjusted to taste. You can make tahini more or less salty, more lemony or neutral, keep the pure sesame flavor, or add garlic or herbs. The key rule: do not add all the water, lemon juice, or salt at once. Add a little, taste, and adjust gradually. The final result should be a smooth, sour cream-like paste of a light beige color. The thickness is up to your preference. It can be thicker or more fluid, depending on taste. Egg white casserole with squid and broccoli ingredients. Broccoli, squid, egg whites, butter. Preparation: boil the squid by placing the whole bodies into boiling water for a couple of minutes. Season the egg whites with salt and pepper and beat lightly. Slice the squid. Separate the broccoli into florets. Blend the broccoli and squid together using a blender. Mix the blended mass with the egg whites. Preheat the oven. Grease a baking dish with butter and pour the mixture into it. Bake at 160 degrees Celsius, 320 degrees Fahrenheit, until the egg white mixture is fully set. Buckwheat porridge with nuts ingredients. Buckwheat groats, onion nuts, butter. Preparation: place the buckwheat groats into a heavy pot or cauldron. Add water and bring to a boil. Cover with a lid and cook over low heat for 15 minutes. Add salt, stir, and leave covered for another 10 minutes. Peel and finely chop the onion. Lightly sauté the onion in butter in a frying pan, stirring for about 7 minutes. Chop the nuts. Add the cooked buckwheat and nuts to the pan with the onions. Stir well, cover with a lid, and gently heat over low heat for 5 minutes. Tabbouleh with millet and greens ingredients. Millet, parsley, mint green onion, tomatoes, lemon juice, cumin. Preparation: place the millet in a large bowl and pour hot water over it until fully covered. Let it soak until the millet softens, about 15 minutes. Drain thoroughly and return the millet to the bowl. Meanwhile, finely chop the parsley, mint, and green onions using a food processor. Add the millet and mix well. Add the tomatoes, then mix in lemon juice, oil, and cumin. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Quinoa with almonds and arugula. Ingredients: quinoa, radishes, cucumber, arugula, almonds, salt and spices, lemon juice, olive oil. Preparation: cook the quinoa, adding salt and spices to taste, then let it cool. Slice the radishes and cucumber and tear the arugula leaves by hand. Combine the vegetables with the quinoa and almonds. Add a squeeze of lemon juice, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Mix well and serve. Zucchini cream soup. Ingredients: chicken, white cabbage, zucchini, celery, tomatoes, butter. Preparation: pour the chicken broth into a pot and heat it gently. Slice the zucchini into half moons. Cut the celery stalk into small pieces. Chop the tomatoes into small cubes. It is best to peel the tomatoes beforehand. Heat the butter in a frying pan. Lightly sauté the zucchini in the butter, then transfer it to a plate. In the same pan, sauté the celery for about 4 minutes, adding a little water if necessary. Add the tomatoes and garlic pressed through a garlic press. Cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. Season with salt and pepper to taste. If desired, add cumin. Return the zucchini to the pan and heat everything together for 2 to 3 minutes. Blend the stewed vegetables with an immersion blender until smooth. Pour the hot chicken broth over the vegetables, bring to a boil, and simmer over low heat for 3 minutes. Adjust salt if needed. Cover with a lid and let the soup rest for 7 to 10 minutes before serving.